Hi everyone, this is Adrian.
And I'm Carrie.
And for this episode, we are gonna do Ralph's Club Parfum by Ralph Lauren. And this one is instantly a favorite of mine. I like it at once when I smelled it. And it's like in the range in between Chanel's Bleu de Chanel and Y by YSL. So between that range, you'll find this fragrance. It smells great. You know, for a blue fragrance, it's a par with those brands I mentioned, those perfumes I mentioned. So what do you think?
I agree. I think that it falls right in there with some of the high popularity, high-end blue fragrances. They don't really bill this one as a blue fragrance though, but I can't help but think of it as a blue fragrance.
Yes, just because it came in a black bottle, quite traditionally masculine, but I can't see why it wouldn't be unisex either.
Yeah.
I mean, it works for either, and and I think it's class because it looks like a flask. The top is pretty neat, um, like that. Just it's a flip up. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Flip
up.
top.
Yeah.
Flip top cap. Yeah, it's got the spray right there, and you just put just like that.
Yeah.
This
parfum version of the original release, which came out in 2021 as an eau de parfum. This came out in 2022. It was by Dominique Ropion.
Oh, again?
Again, you can see his name is big in fragrance. So if he does something, it's usually pretty worth taking a chance on.
Okay, before you tell me more, one thing I really like about this fragrance is that what's makes it distinct from Bleu de Chanel and Y by YSL is that it's got a certain tartness to it. And I think it's because it's got mangoes. I might be wrong, but I remember another Polo perfume that's also by Ralph Lauren, Polo Deep Blue, and that actually had green mango, and it's like, I'm smelling similar tartness. So I'm like, if it has mango, I'm like, yay. If not, well, surprise me.
Okay. All right, well, let's talk about the notes then. So for top notes, this is lavender, green apple, that's probably what you're smelling, green apple and grapefruit.
Okay.
For mid notes, it has clary sage, geranium, and neroli.
Okay.
And for base notes, vetiver, patchouli, cedar, and cashmeran.
Yes, definitely green apple. Green. That's the thing. It's got tartness to it. So, not ripe red apples or ripe yellow mangoes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it has just an edge of a tartness to it. The grapefruit also comes across that gives it that citrusy sort of a smell, but it's not a strong grapefruit note. Remember one that we've talked about that's very grapefruity?
Oh yes, like Light Blue Forever.
Yeah, that one is a blast of like grapefruit, like you just took a fresh grapefruit and tore it open. This one just has a grapefruit sort of an undertone to it. It's the fresh part of it and citrusy, but like you can smell it, that it's already sort of died down, like that it's like sitting there in front of you, not that somebody just tore it open and it's sprayed all over the place.
And I still think that the main note is the green apple. I think so. It just
I think that comes
through a lot. And maybe the lavender too?
Yeah, the lavender is definitely a big note in this. That's one of the ones that people say on Fragrantica that they smell most strongly. So it's a very nice fragrance. And like I said, in 2021, they released the Eau de Parfum version of this, which has a simpler note breakdown. That one only has, I think, 4 notes: lavender, clary sage, cedar, and vetiver. So they definitely, in the Eau de Parfum version of it, really stressed the lavender and I think the cedar. So I remember trying the Eau de Parfum version and this one when I was at the store buying. And I felt that this one had a much more variety of note breakdown, whereas the other one smelled a little bit more barbershoppy and stuff because the lavender was so heavily, was such a heavy note in it.
Okay.
So I didn't find that these two are amazingly similar. And that's a big thing these days when you see some of the designers take a certain fragrance and go from possibly an eau de toilette version to eau de parfum, or from eau de parfum to a parfum or extract
And this is
elixir.
parfum,
This
right?
is parfum.
So, and you're telling me that the parfum in the eau de parfum would not smell like.
They don't smell practically identical. They don't smell like the parfum is just a stronger version of the eau de parfum. It's kind of like it's a cousin of it. It has similarities to it, keeps certain characteristics, but definitely goes in a different direction. Like I said, with this one with the green apple and the grapefruit, the patchouli, some florals like geranium, neroli, very different characteristic than the eau de parfum. What do you find on this one for you? Since you sampled this one for a few days, how do you find this one wears?
Oh, like a blue fragrance, it lasts for about 3 hours per spray. And when I say per spray, it's one area of, your body that you spray upon. So, and then I'm probably a nose make to it. It's nose blind, and you probably smell it on me. I
Yeah.
would only smell skin scent if I really smelled close up to my to where I sprayed it.
Yeah, I think similar to most other fragrances, the person who puts it on doesn't smell it after a couple or few hours unless you specifically go in for like a skin sniff. But
But
people
stronger
around you,
scents.
yeah,
You can still smell it. I mean, you don't just go blind from it so quickly,
yeah,
because the cooler weather fragrance, the fall fragrances, the winter fragrance, they're definitely that way, very
yeah,
strong, and you notice them even hours later.
right.
But this one definitely blue everyday fragrance is what
Right.
I think about it.
I think this one is a cooler weather fragrance, possibly one that's good for, like, say, if you live someplace where there's a rainy season. This is an okay one to wear, like in evenings, rainy evenings and stuff, where maybe you're going to get a little bit damp and stuff, and then the smell is going to come off of you a little bit with body heat more and stuff.
And
The,
what notes are particular to that kind of thing?
Probably the lavender, geranium, the patchouli, those things are going to come off. And they put cashmere in, which is a synthetic note that's supposed to have a sort of a soft cashmere wool sort of a quality to it. What it's like really is kind of like a musk. It helps to take the fragrances that are there and make them a little bit like softer smelling and stuff, instead of like sharp and separate. It kind of makes them soft and blended together, to like how a cashmere sweater would have a sort of a fuzzy sort of a smell or feel to it. And also, I guess it makes your senses think of like something that smells like that. I don't know that cashmere has a particular smell, but cashmere works sort of like musk does.
Okay. And if you like this fragrance, let us know. And if you like this segment, leave a like and subscribe. And if there's any particular fragrance you'd like us to talk about, just leave it in the comment section. Take care. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.